Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Path to Profit by Learning to Earn. I am excited. I don't know who is excited. If you're joining in, as you're joining in, please state your name and where you're joining from. Let us know city, country. Just let us know where you're joining from. It is going to be an amazing session. Jasmine is already here. We've been talking for about 30 minutes now, and yeah, we've been talking about how we are going to ensure that everyone who experience this lives with something remarkable. You could go back and tell people that, yes, I got value. This is not something common. This is not what you get to see out there. This is not the regular thing. So we are doing this live. Jasmine would do this live. It's a live demo, so it's not just, oh, we are training you or we are talking to you about how to design or the benefits of designing and all that. No. We're going deep into the design in itself. So if you have been following this and you're smart enough, I believe you're already ready to design yourself. So you can have your phone while while you're enjoying the session on one hand, and have your system just replicate what Jasmine is doing. That's the best way you can actually get value from this. You practice immediately as you're seeing it, and we'll do it differently Today, as you join in, please state your name and where you are joining from. Your name, something like, "Hi, I am this. I am joining in from city or country." Do it like that. And as you're joining, please share this, because don't gatekeep, don't hold this to yourself. Some other persons, this can just transform some other person's life. So I want you to get yourself ready, get your system and your phone. That will be the best experience. That's the thing you can do for the best experience. Get your phone. You can join in with your phone, join the YouTube with your phone, then use your system to practice as Jasmine is doing this. So this is going to be for 2 hours. Jasmine is going to take us through this for about an hour, 30 minutes. So just relax. If you know you are not settled, please find a way to get settled. If you know you are on your way home or you are headed somewhere, please get there in time. Get there in time, get settled, remove every distractions. Don't let anyone distract you. Don't let your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your children, don't let them distract you. It is time for you to grab, to get everything that you can get from this. So I'm seeing a lot of persons. The first person who joined in here was, okay. Yeah, Peter, welcome. Peter Odutola. Oh, Peter is from the Path to Profit program. That's really good. So let me tell you a bit about the Path to Profit program. This is a 90 days program, and this is cohort 1. We are in phase 3. So it's a 90 days program for you to gain clarity on what you want to do, choose a path, learn how to actually position yourself, learn the things that you need to know about that path, position yourself on platforms like LinkedIn. So you get to learn about branding and positioning. Then you learn how to write content for LinkedIn, and you move on to positioning yourself as either a freelancer, or you're trying to get a job, or or you want to be a business person. So all the necessary things you need for you to become a dependable person in the society, everything that you need as regards your career, that is what you get from the Path to Profit program. Those who have been following the program since it started May 30th, and we're still on the 90 days program. We're in phase 3. This is one of the live for phase 3. Then we're having another live next 2 Saturdays to end phase 3. Then we'll move into phase 4. So That's what Path to Profit is. Peter here is part of the Path to Profit program. Then we have the next person who joined in and said something is Sarah. Sarah, please tell us where you're joining from. Then we have Ganiyat. I hope I pronounced that well. Please forgive me if I'm murdering your name. Okay. Then, okay, Peter said he's joining from Ibadan, that's Nigeria. Okay, Ganiyat, I am joining in from Nassau, Nigeria. Beautiful. I love that. George said he's here. Rachel is joining in from Lagos, Nigeria. Beautiful. George is joining in from Benin. I can see that here. So I'm just highlighting everyone who has joined. I'm really glad that you've joined. As you've joined, please share this, share it on LinkedIn, share it on whatever platform that you have people on your status. Just share it and let people know you are here to learn and they can also learn. This is going to be a live demo. It's not just us talking. You are going to see this in practice. And some of you here already know Jasmine and you know how ridiculously good she is. So when it comes to using Canva to create some amazing designs, Jasmine is a pro. I respect her a lot and I love what she does. So I knew that I must get Jasmine for this program, and I'm so happy. She was so receptive. She was so sweet when we reached out to her, and she said, "Oh, as long as people are going to get impact from this, she's down for it." So once I bring Jasmine on stage, I want you guys to clap. Just clap. I know I can't hear you clap. Use emojis to clap. I will hear the sound. Don't worry. Okay, we have Chisom. Chisom is joining from Anambra, Nigeria. That's really good. We have Caroline from Kenya. That is beautiful. We have Goodness. Goodness is joining from Lagos, Nigeria. We have Peace is joining from Ondo State, Nigeria. We have a lot of Nigerians here. That's good. We have Isaac joining from, I think this is Ghana. Yes, Ghana. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we have Essence. She's joining in from Benin. I want to believe this is Benin in Nigeria. If it isn't, please let me know. Then Priska joining in from Ibadan. Beautiful. Okay, we have Priscilla from Uganda. Oh, thank you, thank you. I love that. Then, oh, Peace says she's here for Jasmine. Some persons, your fans are here, Jasmine. They are here to to cheer you on. Okay, okay, that is good. Okay, Precious from Abuja. Beautiful. Favor Commander, lovely Favor is joining in from Nigeria. That's beautiful. Favor started this with us. She was at the first live, the launch. Favor was here, so I'm glad Favor is joining in. Toyin is part of the Path to Profit program, and she's joining in from Ibadan. That is really good. Oh, Jasmine, your fans are just here. Julian says she's joining in for our girl Jasmine, so that's really beautiful. Here for Jazz. Oh, nobody's joining in for me. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying the first. This is really beautiful. First 9 minutes of the live. You can see a lot of persons have joined in. We have about 25 persons here already. That's really good. Ruth said she's joining in from Nigeria. Oh, Martha, somebody said she's here for me. Oh, this is beautiful. It should not just be only Jasmine. Somebody is here for me. So, Martha, thank you for joining in for me. Hey, at least I'm popular a bit. Okay, that's really good. Oh, so peace. So you are here for me too. Oh, that's really good. Oh, Okay, thank you guys for joining in early. It shows how serious you guys are. I'm really happy about that. And I want you guys to get yourself ready. Okay, this is Ruth. Ruth is definitely joining in for me. I know that. This is Ruth Johnson, right? From Nigeria. Beautiful. That's really good. Rachel is joining in from me. Oh, this is getting beautiful. I love that. Okay, please don't mind me. I'm just goofing around. But I want you guys to get ready to get serious. Those who have been part of the Part to Profit program, I talk about getting serious, that you must get to a point in life where you need to get serious with your life and start to seize opportunities because opportunities are everywhere. We are in the era of opportunities. It's unlike our time of our fathers and our grandfathers. The opportunities were limited, regardless of what anyone tells you. We have it easy. We have technology. So life is moving at a faster pace and you can take advantage of that. So I am glad you have joined in early. So I want you to celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself for joining in early. It shows you have gotten serious. You've taken charge of your life. That is a beautiful thing. I love that. So I love that about this, that in the first 10 minutes we have 20 over 20 about 27 persons have joined in now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm just going to tell you a bit about what we are going to be doing today. I'm going to share that with you before I bring Jasmine on stage to deliver value. I'm just using all this to wait for more persons to join. So that somebody do not say, oh, I missed this. Yes, you can watch the replay, but there is nothing like experiencing it live. If you have ever been to a live concert, a live football match, you would know that there is a different experience when you experience it live compared to when you are watching it again, watching it on DSTV or whatever platform you're using to watch it. It's completely different. So, like I said, I'm just going to give us brief about what we are going to be doing today. Then we move on to bringing Jasmine on stage. I know you can't wait to see her. Just be patient. You will see her. You will see the lovely Jasmine, and she just radiates very positive energy. So just chill, be patient. There's going to be a lot of dramatic. It's going to be a dramatic entrance. So don't worry. I'm good for that. Okay, people. So like I said earlier, this is Part to Profit, and we are in phase three. Phase three is about personal branding and positioning. So we are looking at how you can position yourself on LinkedIn for whatever part and whatever thing you've chosen to do to pursue for 90 days. So what I tell people is if you are confused about where you are, the best thing you can do for yourself is to run through our clarity program. You don't need to do the 90 days program with us. You can just get the playbook of how to find clarity, run through it. It will give you a sense of what you need to do, and you can pick something that connects with you. Pick that thing and run it for 90 days. 90 days is enough time for you to test anything. If you have been doing something for 1 year, you've not gotten anything from it, please, you might be doing the wrong thing, or you might be doing the right thing at the wrong time. So the dynamics, you need to ensure that you are testing it for 90 days. You are pouring your heart into it for 90 days. Pick something that fits you, that connects with you, your personality, who you are, something you are already good at. It connects with you, you love it, pursue it for 90 days, and I bet you are going to get results. People in the Path to Profit program, they're already getting amazing results, massive value from this program. And I want you, if you are not part of it, you don't necessarily need to join, but I want you to think about where you are as a person. If you know you are struggling to find clarity, you are still asking yourself questions like, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Why have I not monetized what I am doing? Why am I not making money? you need the Path to Profit program, or you need the Clarity Playbook. You can get that and kickstart your journey to finding clarity and getting good at that thing that you were already born with. So that's what Path to Profit is about. And this phase is you positioning yourself for that thing you have chosen. So we're going to be talking about branding and designing your banner, your LinkedIn. Then 2 Saturdays from now, we're bringing somebody to do a live demo to on how to write a good piece of content or different pieces of content that could bring your LinkedIn alive, get people to come to you. So you are going to attract the right audience, attract the right people that would give you the opportunities that you're looking for. So those are the things we are doing. What we're doing, you might not see it anywhere else. We are taking it a step further. We are not just training you, doing everything live. It's not that, oh, they just told us to do this. No, there are assignments, there are activities. You would be engaged in what we do. Just like today, you are going to be engaged. So I'm going to repeat this. If you know you are just joining in, please join in with your phone, then get your system on the side. As Jasmine is running through this process, you are also designing. That's how you should learn today. If you know you don't have a system, it is not still bad. Switch the tab. You can switch the tab. Or there's that thing some Android does, you split your screen into two, split it so that you can be seeing what Jasmine she's doing, then you can also be practicing. Or you just take notes. You take notes, and later on you come rewatch this when you know you are with your system. So get set. Now again, if you know you are just joining in, please tell us where you're joining from and tell us your name. So I'm seeing new persons here. Franca, she says she's joining in from Nigeria. Okay, that is really good. So guys, we are about to bring Jasmine on stage. Jasmine, are you ready for us? Are you ready? Okay, yes, she said she's ready. I know you can't see her yet. I'm going to bring her. So drum rolls, you know how we do this. Drum rolls, people. I want to see drum rolls, or you clap. Or are you guys not ready for me to bring on Jasmine? You guys are not ready. If I don't see any reaction, Jasmine is not coming on stage. Just know you've wasted your time. If I don't see a reaction from any of you, I will not bring. That's what I want to see. That's it. That's the energy I want on this live. Thank you. I love that. I love that. That's really good. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. It shows that you guys are ready. Love that. So I'm going to bring Jasmine on stage now. So you get to see Jasmine. Okay. We have brought Jasmine on stage. Okay. Okay. Jasmine is here on stage. You're going to see her. There's a lot of reactions. Jasmine, I don't know if you're seeing all these reactions that I am
I
seeing here.
can't, unfortunately.
Okay, okay, okay. That's okay. You can't see the comments. I see that. I'm sorry about that. But there are a lot of reactions here. People are eager. They want to get value from this. So please just introduce yourself. Don't start the session yet. Please just introduce yourself. Well, there's a lot of drama we're going to have today. So please introduce yourself first. Let them hear from you. Then before we start the session. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chibuzor. This is an honor. It's a privilege. It's a blessing. I am just so grateful to be here. And I have been looking forward to this day all week, especially after holding my first class 2 weeks ago. I think I still wanted to feel that high, So coming here and then seeing the messages, it's really such a blessing. And I'm just so grateful to be in this spot. And I am a designer. I am into graphic design, self-taught. And I think I started back in 2021 ish, towards the end of 2021. I was just looking, I had just quit a job at that time. I was doing sales or something for a company. So I quit it because I did not make a single cent and I was spending so much energy trying to tell Africans to buy insurance is a bad idea. So I think after all of that, I just quit and I was like, what can I do from home? Because I am a very homebody. I'm like, what can I do? So by accident, I came across Canva and already I loved designing birthday cards. Like I used to use Microsoft Publisher and just design birthday cards for my family and friends. And once I came across Canva, I'm like, there's something here. And then people started paying me, like my family friends would start paying me to start designing for them. And I remember when I made my first, let's say $12 from one design, I was like, yo, there's something here. So for that, I was really, it just opened my mind that there's a lot that can happen. And honestly, the last 2 3 years I haven't, like I used to get referrals a lot. I used to get, okay, you're referred by this person, you're referred by that person. Then finally, end of last year, I was like, let me try this LinkedIn that ALX is pushing us to do. So finally I did. And honestly, I have done more designs this year from January of this year till now than I have done in those previous 3 years. I have just done so much. I have met incredible people. I have, lots of good stuff has happened and design has really changed my life. God has used it in an incredible way. So today I'm just so excited to show you again. I know a number of people who've joined had already joined me for the first class. There will be some new things I will mention in this class, but what I'm excited for is that we'll be designing something different from what we designed last time, a new profile, so that it gives you more perspective on what's really doable out here. So yeah, I'm very, very excited, Chibuzo.
Okay, okay, okay. That's a beautiful introduction. So you've heard from Jasmine. I will remove her first. We guys should chill. Okay, you've heard from Jasmine. I love that. New persons have joined in. That's really good. It's really good. Please, as you're joining in, tell us where you're joining from, your name, where you're joining from. Hi, I am this, joining from city, country, whatever format you like. But just let us know where you're joining from. And please share this. Do not gatekeep. We are not in the era of gatekeeping. For people who have experienced my sessions or people who have experienced any of my class will know that I pour out information and there's nothing hidden. I will share it. All those things that you get to pay for, pay tons of money, but I will share it. That's what I want. That's what I want people to know me for. So you know that, okay, this is a place where you get information. And as you can see, yep, we're bringing in Jasmine, who also thinks like that, and she's ready to pour out this information for you. So count yourself, pat yourself at the back. Say, yes, I am glad that I seized this opportunity. Pat yourself at the back, clap for yourself that you seize this opportunity to be here at this moment, because this is it. When they say, oh, what are the things you did to make you successful, you would remember this moment where you seized some opportunities, because that's what it is. That's what life is about, seizing those opportunities. So Esther, I can see you. I am Esther. You're joining in from Kenya. Thank you, thank you. Welcome. I am sure you are joining in for Jasmine. It's okay. Welcome. That's really good. Okay. So I'm going to bring Jasmine on stage. I want to believe everyone is ready. If you are ready, just type I am ready. That's what I want to see now. If you're ready, just type I am ready. Or bring Jasmine on stage while just okay. Are you ready? Please, I want to see you say you are ready. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So I am going to bring Jasmine on stage. Okay, Jasmine, they said they are ready.
Awesome.
Since you are, I'll just keep putting them on the stage. Okay, I am going to remove myself so you don't see my face, so I don't become a distraction for what you're about to learn. You're only going to see Jasmine's face and what she's going to show you guys today. So please don't be distracted. Don't let anyone distract you. I would remove myself just to ensure you are not distracted. Okay, people.
All right, ready to roll. So, very excited about this. Today, we're going to approach it slightly differently from what I did last time. But before we do, um, LinkedIn is just like any other social media platform. It's a space where people meet. But LinkedIn has something that's unique and different from every other social media platform in the sense that LinkedIn is designed, like engineered, if I would use, to really give you an edge in terms of connecting you to the right people who are authority, people who have authority in certain fields, people who have decision making powers in certain fields. So, how you present yourself on LinkedIn, honestly, I feel is even more important than how you need to portray yourself on, say, Instagram or TikTok. On TikTok, you can be very laid back and not give a hoot because I am not there really for, let's say, gaining certain kind of opportunities. But on LinkedIn, you're either there to build your client base, like get more clients, or you're there to get hired by recruiters. You're there for a particular reason. And it's not more so like a social media platform, like, oh, I just want to chill with people. It's very rare to hear someone say that. Yeah. So, how we present ourselves on LinkedIn highly matters. And I'll give you some examples later on as we go on so that it can paint a really good picture of why we need to show up in certain ways. So this is a thing I did with my previous class. When you look at these two plates of food, let me just zoom in a bit. Which plate, if you went to a restaurant today and restaurant A served you plate A and restaurant B served you plate B, yeah, which one would you appreciate more? Which one would you say went to lengths for you? And which one would you be coming back to again? And I remember in the other class, I may not be able to see your comments because of how this whole thing works, but in my mind, I hope you type in and give in your comments in the comment section because I'll check them out later. But I remember someone said she would take plate B if you remove that green thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, fine. Fair enough. But I think we can all agree that plate A looks messy to at the very least. It looks messy. It looks not put together. And this is an analogy I want us to take moving forward as we think about our LinkedIn presence. How do you want people to perceive you? Because you need to shape that perception of people. I mean, that perception people have of you before they start perceiving you in their own way. You need to influence their thoughts about you. It's just part of the game. Because say, I want to be hired by some huge company somewhere. I want when they land on my profile, I need it to communicate the right things. It needs to communicate that I am the right person for the job. I am the obvious choice. I am the person who will deliver on my promise. And it's really as simple as that. Your LinkedIn profile needs to be a summary of what you promise to deliver to anyone who chooses to work with you or anyone who chooses to hire you. So just like these plates, first, what do we say? This, you are judged by how your book looks on LinkedIn, or rather how your profile looks. So many times I'm going through my connection requests. And then I come across a profile picture, one that is either blurry, that maybe in fact they've used a picture of something else instead of their profile picture, or worse off, they don't even have a profile picture there. They don't even have anything on their banner, like it's just empty space out there. There's a high likelihood I'll press ignore. There's a high likelihood, and I'm not saying this in any mean way, but anyone showing up on LinkedIn wants to connect with active people, people who promise something, not just active, but people who present themselves in a certain way that I want to be associated with. So, whatever your reason for being on LinkedIn, remember people are judging you in seconds of landing on your profile. So, let's shape how they perceive you. Okay. So, today we're going to focus on two things: your LinkedIn banner and your profile picture. I'm really hoping I can be able to move at a good pace so I can cover the profile picture. I didn't cover it in my class, so I want to make sure I've covered it here. So, one thing we mentioned previously was that what are the ingredients of a LinkedIn banner? I want to make sure no one can say they can't see. Yeah, yeah. What are the ingredients of a LinkedIn banner? We have quite a number, but this is just my breakdown. Another designer might have a different take, but this is my take. Yeah. So the one single most important thing on your banner, strip down everything else. For me, the single most important is the message, the transformation you're promising, the what I am telling people that I can do for them in return for them deciding to connect with me, in return for them deciding to work with me, in return for them deciding to follow me. I need to make sure I am speaking the right message. And I always say this in my mind. Let me push this a bit to the side. I'm going to draw. I like drawing. Yeah. On LinkedIn, I always think of it this way. You have two audiences, okay? Let me just write audience. Give me a second. You have two audiences. All right. You have your primary audience and then you have your secondary audience. Okay. Especially for those of us who are more on LinkedIn to get clients, especially for those of us who are doing that. I want you to think of your transformation promise mostly being targeted to your primary audience. Primary audience in my book, different people will have different oh man, this is taking long. Just give me a second. Different people will have different things, ways to define this, but we have our primary audience, we have our secondary audience. For me, your primary audience is more of your ICP, your ideal client persona. Who is the person you want to give you money in exchange for a service? Okay, so whatever you're writing as your transformation promise has to be tailored for them. Even if you have 100 things you're capable of doing, look at your primary audience. What's the main thing you can solve for them? I'm not saying we preach about niching down a lot, which is important. In my book, it's important to find a space and carve out a space for yourself, but it shouldn't limit you from being able to show a variety of yourself. But that's topic for another day. Let's push that aside. Let's go back to this primary secondary audience. Your primary audience needs to be the one being highly addressed on your banner, someone who is willing to pay you cash for your service. Your secondary audience is mostly made up of your peers in the same industry. Let's take me for an example. Yeah. At this moment in time, and I want to really mention this, your audience changes with time. It's not fixed. With time, as you evolve, your audience will change. So for me at this particular point, my primary audience is LinkedIn creators or people building their personal brands on LinkedIn and founders, because I have worked with those two groups of people and they are the ones who are willing to pay money for a service. That is important because it influences how I write my posts. It influences how I write my about section. It influences what's on my headline, what's on my banner, basically my entire LinkedIn presence. However, my secondary audience are fellow designers. They won't need my service, which there's no single designer will come to me, just mean create for me this, unless they're like, they have a lot of work here, but they won't come to me. However, they will be one of my biggest supporters on LinkedIn. So I need to also, when I'm writing my posts, I need to occasionally talk to my secondary audience because they are the ones who are the glue. The ones not just glue, they are the rocket fuel for my profile. It's very rare to find your ICP liking your post, especially if they have big money. It's very rare to find them liking your post, commenting. You will almost never see them existing on your metrics. But your secondary audience will push you through the algorithm because they'll be coming to engage with your post. They'll be doing this for you. They'll be commenting, they'll be liking, they'll be sharing. That's your secondary audience. And now they influence also a part of what you write, like your posts. Every now and then you have to talk to them because you can't always be talking to your primary audience, oh, dear founder, oh, this founder, oh, what founder. Talk to your secondary audience also because you can also monetize your secondary audience. For example, having a training like this, let's say a training like this where I would, let's say, do what? Charge, yeah? I would be like, okay, I want to show you designers how to position yourselves right on LinkedIn. They would pay me, but of course, the amount they would pay me cannot be compared to what my primary audience will pay me. Oof, I have wrapped. Please don't mind me for my quick talking, yeah? I'll try to slow down. Yeah. Anyway, let me push this aside. I hope we've understood that concept that your banner has to be talking. It can talk to both, but please don't confuse them. Sometimes we try to do everything and we just end up losing everyone. So speak to one person, write it like you're writing to that one person you wish could just DM you an amazing job. Write it to them. That's what you want as your transformation promise. Second thing, which I feel is super important, is your call to action. So many banners out there don't have clear call to action. So you need to tell someone, what's the next step for me who has landed on your profile, loved what I've seen, what should I do next? So you need to be very clear. And tip, this is a tip which I didn't share in my other class, I hope. Tip, whatever call to action is on your banner, make sure it's also on your thumbnails. One of your thumbnails in your featured section has to feature the exact same call to action that is on the banner. Take that with you home, run with that. So if you don't have a featured section thing that reflects what's on your banner, fix that. Okay. So another thing which I love to do nowadays, okay, maybe in my first few banners I didn't really put that, but of late I've really been trying to put a lot of social proof. So testimonials, metrics, those things really make things a lot more interesting. But we'll get into that a little more. Then finally, or second to finally, brand colors. Every single person should have what they want how they want people to perceive their brands. Colors shape how people see our brands. For example, there's this lady called, I'll just describe, I will not butcher her name. She has a yellow banner and it's yellow and black, and she's big on the VA space. And she has a big following. But every time I come across her banner, it gives me this light, happy feeling, like you're in a field with sunflowers and sunshine, and it feels light and fun. But the black color in it makes her have some bit of authority, because black is an authority color. So we'll cover that a bit more. But for now, this is what I feel is really important in any banner. The photo is optional. Let no one convince you that you have to use a photo. So if you don't have, and it's better not to use a photo than to use a low quality photo. Take my word for it. You'd rather not use any photo. You can make your banner still very beautiful. So basically, this is what we're going to go through today. The stages before designing: understanding your why and coming up with your message, picking a color palette, collecting your social proof, executing, getting inspiration, and sketching. Oh, sorry, I have switched. Get inspiration and sketch first before you execute. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's start with understanding your why and coming up with your message. Today I'm going to try and explain these bits different. So if you were in the last class, don't go disappear and say, oh, I already covered that. No, stick around. Yeah. So understanding your why. Why on earth are you on LinkedIn? Why not just go to TikTok? Why not go to X? Go do something else there. Why are you on LinkedIn? It can't be vibes. It can't just be showing up. It can't be growing just your following. You have to want to either build authority, land clients, or get hired. Yeah. So you need to understand your client and you need to think like your client. Last time I gave a VA example. Today I'm not going to give a VA example. Let's see, which other niche could I use today? Okay, VAs are very easy to use because I was once a VA, so I understand it very clearly. Okay, let me start with a designer. Let me talk about myself. Yeah, let's do designer. So first of all, I have to think of my client being between two cliffs, like, okay, being on one side of a cliff. On this side, they're experiencing pain. They're experiencing not just pain, they're either experiencing pain physically, because some people solve physical issues. They might be feeling physical pain. They might be feeling mental pain. They might be feeling discomfort. They might be feeling, when you're unsure about things, there's some sort of discomfort in your client, your potential client. Now, I want you to think of them on this side of the cliff. Now, I want you to picture taking them from where they're at to where they ought to be or where they desire or dream to be. You want to take them across that, yeah? So on one side, you have to identify what are their pains, what are their frustrations, what are their struggles. For example, let me take me and LinkedIn creators. I want to do founders because they may feel a bit far off. Let's use a LinkedIn creator. A LinkedIn creator is out there. She's posting very good content, very good content. She's attracting an active audience, but she's not landing the deals she really desires to land. Maybe she's getting gigs, they're coming. There are many, yes, they're coming, but they're not bringing in the right type of clients. You know, there are those clients we dream of, and we're like, someone will pay me $1,000 without winking. Those are the clients I want, I want more of them in my DM. And then she's probably writing very good content and it's attracting the people, but she's attracting more of likes, engagement, all these things. And maybe she's also looking like an authority figure, but there's something missing. There's something missing. But when you look at her profile, it's just meh. It's there. There's nothing grand about it. There's nothing to make you say, hey, let me stop and read this. Let me stop and look at this person again. So this person is in a place where she's lacking the visual authority to turn people from just onlookers, profile viewers, to people who really want to, they're desperate to give you their money just so you can do something for them because they are certain that they will scour this LinkedIn and not find your type. So that is now my ideal client. This is someone who I want to work with. I want to take her from a place of obscurity where she is known, yes, but she's not really attracting the right kind of people. And I know with my design, which is my medium, I am able to take her from that place of pain to a place where she is landing gigs, like not gigs, she's landing more than gigs. She's landing the kind of contracts she could only have dreamed of. She doesn't have to convince someone why she's charging $1,000 for a service and not $100 or less. She doesn't have to convince them because the kind of people who are now connecting with her because they see what she can bring to the table, they have the pocket, they have the ability to. So now I know my client. Now I have figured out what her problems are. I have figured where she wants to be, and I now need to position Jasmine as the solution. I need to bridge that gap, and then I have to look at the challenges. What are the things which are bothering her? What is making her like, sorry, just give me a second. This section. What are the things that are preventing her from reaching where she wants to be? Maybe she has no clue how to design her banner. She has no clue what to write on it. She has no clue. Maybe her pictures look awful. And they're not really giving her that authority boost, like, yeah, this is the one, even though she may be very highly talented. So that's the whole purpose of us really working on our banners and our messaging. It's not just design. Please always remember, it's not just design. It's design and the right message. They go in tandem. Good design, bad message, flop. Good message, baddish design can actually do better than the other one. So you need to have a mix of both, a good and clear message with strong, good visuals. Okay. So I hope I have painted that picture. Always know that you're the missing piece that takes them from where they're at to their dream life. So as you write your messaging, it has to be clear. And one thing I've noticed with many people on LinkedIn, they like using those, those things we call fluff. Yeah, we'll use that word fluff. It's just how to know that your banner words are having fluff. Ask yourself, is there a single word in this paragraph or this sentence that even without it, we would still have a clear message? That is fluff. Get rid of it. You do not need that. You do not need to confuse your people. Just tell them point blank, this is what I do and this is how I can change your life. Let's stop trying to sound smart. In trying to sound smart, we end up sounding stupid, to be honest. So change that. Now, this is an exercise which, when I wrote this part of my presentation, I didn't imagine it could make huge differences, even for me as a designer. I started implementing it for people, and honestly, I'm seeing some amazing results. I called it the 3 W's and H on one of my LinkedIn posts. Then you need to understand, after you have understood who you're trying to help and what challenges they're facing, where they want to be, all that jazz, you now come to the section and ask yourself, what how do I communicate that? That is now the part where we craft the message. And before I go further, 2 days ago I had a meeting with a client, and it was only honestly an eye opener because as we were talking, he asked me this question at the end of our discussion. So, do you think or do you guarantee that after you design my LinkedIn, that I will be able to attract the right audience? That I'll be able to attract the right, not audience, more of people who are willing to pay him for something? And I told him point blank, no, I do not guarantee it one bit. And also to anyone who is on this call, I do not guarantee, because you might have that false perception. Because this is the thing about LinkedIn, good design is very, very helpful, but it's not the only piece in getting you from point A to point B. You need great content. You need great strategies on engagement. You need great strategies on also DMing people, forming relationships outside of LinkedIn. So this is one piece of the puzzle we're solving. So don't go thinking that now I've come to LinkedIn, I have about 800 followers. Oh, now I'm good. I'm going to start landing those gigs on my DMs. And then when it doesn't happen, you're like, Jasmine is a fraud. No, don't have that perception. The idea is we want to make sure we have solved our profile issues so that that is not an excuse. Like we know for sure my profile is a lead magnet, like it's really doing its job. So if anything is failing, maybe it's my content, maybe it's my hooks, maybe it's my engagement strategy, maybe I'm not spending enough time here. We're just solving one piece of the puzzle. So I had to put that disclaimer. Okay, so let's move on. I want us to take who, for example. Let's still use, actually yesterday I did one for a VA, and here's a trick or a tip I want you guys to take. We said we don't want fluff on our LinkedIn messages, yeah? So you're going to take your phone after this call. If you have not yet created your banner or you want to reinvent it, I want you to take your phone and talk on WhatsApp, like on your WhatsApp messages. Record a voice note. In that voice note, is that the best? Okay, ChatGPT has this feature where you can record as you speak, and then it types for you what you're speaking. Use ChatGPT instead. So I want you to record, and I want you to talk about who you are, what you do, who you do it for, how you do it. I want you to record, not type, because I notice some people when they're typing, they're trying to sound fancy, and that's a problem. I want you to just speak everything from your mind and pour it down there, because this brainstorming session really helps you fine tune your message. For example, this afternoon I was going through my conversation with the same client I told you about. He's a CEO of a company. So I was going through the conversation we had, and to be honest, he has already written his headline. He asked me to write his headline. But in the talking, he actually spoke the exact words I am going to use on his headline. He spoke it straight from his heart. And he was talking about being able to help other entrepreneurs build authority on LinkedIn, build brands that are really, they are really, what's the word? I had written it down, but I've forgotten. But in that talking, you actually end up articulating what it is you want to be known for. So I want you to do that exercise. Take your phone, go on ChatGPT, record yourself saying who you are. For me, I'm a graphic designer or a Canva designer, however you want to call it. What do? I build profitable brands. And I want you to use, as you're recording this, you can speak as many things as you want to say. Yeah. Then you ChatGPT and you will come together and like work on the messaging. So I wish you can do it also on your own. The only reason I'm recommending ChatGPT is because it will type what you said. Unlike WhatsApp, it will just remain a voice note. So once you've typed it's typed what you have said, I want you to take a book and look at the words that keep repeating themselves. Like for him, he kept repeating the word attract. He kept repeating the words magnetic. He kept repeating the words profitable and grounded. There were certain words he kept saying over and over again. Those are your cues of what you want to offer people. So I build profitable brands. Yours can be different. Like a VA, you help, you get rid of overwhelming tasks. You help someone feel free and stress free. I want you to write that. Then who do you do it for? Who is your primary audience? And as I said, these things change. Today it might be founders. Tomorrow it might be someone else. Be open to exploring other channels. Yeah. So write who you do it for and how you do it. Here, you need to share your unique value proposition. What makes Favor Commander stand out from every other VA on LinkedIn? What makes her stand out as a community manager? I can tell you for a fact that when she manages any community, it comes alive. So using those words, even though she's known for being a VA, but I just thought of her like she is more a really good community manager, and she needs to look at what makes her very very memorable. It's her quirky nature, her witty nature that turns any dead community and brings it alive. Or someone like Ezini, she's really good at writing, and she does. How does she do it? She does it through humor. She does it through her wit. She's highly relatable because that's how she writes. So I want you to sit down with yourself. In Kenya, we say you call yourself for a meeting. Call yourself for a meeting. You and your other board members who are still you. Call yourselves for a meeting and ask yourselves, what makes us special? Because why should I come to you? Why should anyone come to Jasmine and not go to, I know so many other designers. Why me? So you need to find what is the thing that makes you stand out. Is it your passion? Is it your commitment? Or are there deeper things? Is it your wit, your humor? Like, are you writing relatable content that your audience will be hooked on and will be looking forward to? Find that how you do it. And then after that, you're going to take all these words which are separate. Don't try to sound smart. Take two things. You can take who you are plus what you do, or you can take who you do it for plus how you do it, or you can take what you do and how you do it. And then from those sections, you're going to come up now with the words for your banner. I hope I am being understood. I hope I'm not confusing anyone. Like, you just need at least two. Some people just use one, and that's fine. If you're super clear about it and it leaves no room for confusion, then fine, you can do one. But I highly advise do two on your banner. And the other two, put some on your headline, put some on your featured section. That's how you divide, so that your whole profile answers this who you are on LinkedIn. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting exercise. And I've seen the people who do it get so clear about themselves. I remember we're doing this with a lady called Rebecca, and not Rebecca, Deborah, and she did it. And later on, she was like, oh, wow, this opened my eyes to things I didn't even think I was able to do on LinkedIn. It gives you, this is now what we call the clarity. And if you mix it with Chibuzor's book on clarity, you're game, you are game. All right, let's move on. I want to just make sure we are covering what I said. So we have dealt with understanding your why. We're going to pick a color palette. My timer, I have put a timer here, so I'm looking at it so I can make sure I have enough time to design. So we're going to look at picking a color palette, then we'll go to social proof, yeah? But I think let's cover social proof first, yeah? I had already taught in the other class that there are different types of social proofs, so I'm going to just list them here. This is what we call metrics. Okay, then there's what we call testimonials. All right, then we have brand endorsements, but please don't put brand endorsements if you've not been endorsed by big brands. Yeah, if it's not a big brand, it's just leave it. Then we have brands worked with, and then we have the last one was clients worked with. I usually think of them as these 5. And then I have a bonus for people who say, Jasmine, I don't have anything to put on mine. What do I call this? Industry metrics. So let me just, I won't cover them deeply. You can always check out my previous class to know how I went into this. So metrics, what are metrics? I think I'm going to use examples to show you. So allow me to scroll down, ignore all those, let's start from my beautiful face. There we go. So metrics, what are metrics? These are metrics. So we're not starting with my beautiful face, clearly. We're starting with perfect. These, my friends, are metrics. If you have to ask yourself, If I am looking for clients on LinkedIn, what do they care about? Please write your profile for them, not for yourself, but make sure you like the outcome. I always put that interjection. Make sure you love what you have written at the end of the day, by though it's written specifically for these people. So someone like Perfect, who is a social media manager, her clients care about impressions, they care about engagement. Those are the things that they really care about. And then when we go on to add in 90 days, you're like, oof, this girl can do, if she can do it for herself, she can do it for me. And for any social media manager who is here, if you have done it for yourself, that is your metric. You don't have to have done it for 10 different clients. Just doing it for yourself is enough social proof. It means you can replicate what worked for you on someone else, and that's it. So think about metrics in this way. There's someone else who has metrics. Blossom, she has metrics like this. Let's see. Okay, these, do we call these metrics? Yeah, they're also metrics. Yeah, these are metrics. I hope you're now understanding, like, metrics can come in different ways. Yeah, but think of, if you want to use metrics for your social proof, make sure it's impressive, make sure it's something worth talking about. And even if it's not worth talking about for a huge audience, if you're starting out on LinkedIn, like you're below a certain number of followers, you can still put metrics because it matters to the clients who might see you in those beginner stages. Because most times a huge brand will not come to hire you. That's the truth. They'll go pick someone who's, the Yasmin Alex of LinkedIn, they'll go and pick those people. Yeah. But there's someone else whose budget might be lower, but she or he needs you. So even if it may not be impressive to a certain audience, it will be impressive to them. So judge that with some things in your mind. Like, don't just judge it. Yeah. Then we have testimonials. Testimonials is one of the easiest things you can add to any profile to just boost it and make it look, yeah, this person gets me. I did this on Destinies by doing this and by doing this too. Okay. Those are testimonials. But please, and my dear beloved students, don't overdo this. Don't overdo this. I've mentioned 5 ways you can add metrics. This is just one. You don't have to, because I've seen now everyone is using this, which is good. But be creative. Use other ones too. And if you're going to use this, use it tastefully. We will cover the tastefully in a few seconds. Just give me a few. Then after testimonials, we have brand endorsements, and a good one is Blossoms because she did trusted by these people. These are big people. These are big recognizable brands. It's not that she has worked with them per se, but she is trusted or endorsed by these people. Like if you go to Favicon, they'll be like, yeah, yeah, Blossom is one of ours. Yeah. There's another lady who's from Kenya. She's called Miss Mothoni. She's actually the brand representative or ambassador for Favicon in Kenya. Someone like her, she can say, yeah, these people have endorsed me. If you check Lara Costa's, I don't know if she changed her banner, but let me see. Yes, as seen in Forbes, this, Exeter, LinkedIn News, you can use that to build authority for yourself. Cool. You see, even Yasmin Alik had Forbes, HubSpot, the future. It's not that he's worked with them per se, like on a project. It's just that they featured him. So if there's someone big, a big brand who can endorse you, well and good. Then we have brands worked with. Yeah. This is if I have been hired in the past and I've worked with, say, maybe Nivea. I've worked with Colgate or even smaller local brands. I can use their logos. Yeah. Then clients worked with, you've already seen my profile. That's me putting this here. Because for me, I am really targeting personal brands. So what's more personal than pictures? But please only use their pictures if they gave you permission. There's not one single person here I did not approach and ask, can I use your picture on my banner? Ask for permission. Yeah. Okay. Then now the final one, industry metrics. I'm going to put this one out there for people who have not worked with anyone. They're fresh out of the training wheel and they want to just get their hands on LinkedIn. If you have not worked with any single client, if you have not done any single project, and mind you, you can use metrics, testimonials, clients worked with from not just from jobs you were paid for, but jobs you did voluntarily, jobs you did for free. You can use those things as social proof. Like many of the pictures on my banner are people that have done work for free. And I'll put that clearly. Like, don't feel like, oh, if they didn't pay me, that didn't make them real clients. No, clientship is you did the work and they loved the work, period. So industry metrics will now be for newbies who have zero, nada to put. For a VA, for example, I want you to go on any VA website and search for what metrics are they using on theirs. Like, what promises are they making in terms of quantifiable numbers? E.g., I can save you 10 hours per week. I can increase your profit margin by 120%. I can reduce the amount of time you spend by X%. So think of it that way. Like, what is the industry metrics for your line of work? So go to a site that offers some similar services. You see what they've put, because they usually like putting those kind of metrics, and translate that yourself. But put metrics you can meet. This is more of like a promise, what I can do for you. I promise to be able to cut down your work time by this amount of time, all that, yada yada. All right. Wow. Link. This is usually a lot, but I won't go into this. For colors, I'm going to only talk about two things. Where to get inspiration. Pinterest. Pinterest is your BFF when it comes to finding colors. So for example, if I want a brown color theme, I'm just going to search and write brown gradient background on LinkedIn, on Pinterest, and see what it comes up with. If I find a brown, dark brown background that I really love, I'm going to just download it, bring it on my design, and make it. Yeah. And then move forward. That's the fastest way, I would say, to get colors for your background, because people struggle with that. Go on Pinterest. Pinterest is your lifesaver. And not just Pinterest, go on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, check other people's banners, see what do they have, what kind of colors are they using, and what can I use, how can I gain some ideas from this. There's a tip I'm going to add, which I have not shared before. You can take someone's banner for educational purposes. Please take this with very carefully. Take someone's banner, go on ChatGPT, paste it, and write, I want you to look at the background color of this banner. Can you create for me a similar looking background color? What background? Yeah, a similar looking background. Make sure there's no text on it. Make sure there's no lighting effects, just the shades of the color, the gradient of the color of the background on this sample. And then maybe you can tweak it. Like this once I did, someone had brown, but I really loved how the brown was playing around. And I was like, but I want a blue version. And then make sure you write AR 2:3. That's going to be the aspect ratio. I don't know if you guys knew that, but anyway, let me just write that here. AR 2:3. So that it can give you something that's long. Okay, it will be like this long. But now when you bring it on Canva, you're going to flip it like this. Yeah, I hope I'm not mixing anyone, but that's a way to get background colors. Like if you're stamped, you've seen someone use a beautiful gradient, tell ChatGPT to strip it of all the words and give you a background that has these colors. You can even give it the exact hex code. Hex code is like, you can tell it, I want it in this color. That's a hex here. This hash 006, and you have to copy the hash here. Tell it, I want it in this hex code, but play around it. Give me a nice gradient. And then you just see what it will give you, yeah? And you can also add this extra statement. Add texture, a grainy texture, so that I can get something with some, when you add texture to any design, just brings it up alive. Like if you look at the background of this design, it has some texture bits, see? That texture bit just takes it to a whole new level. So I try to do that for many banners I do, like adding texture. It really helps. So I hope that's a tip which I haven't shared before. I hope it helps. Understanding color psychology. I don't want to go deep into it. I have a post that I went very deep into it. So come to me if you need to understand color. I can send you extra resources. I'm not charging you to give you that. So you can come to me and I'll send you that information, because I see time is going. I want to get into the design bit. But color is really important. You need to use the right colors to evoke certain feelings. Yeah. I have a whole post on that, and I'm sure it can bring clarity. So let's move on past color. We are going to only use 3 colors to make our lives easy on designing. We don't get confused. We're going to use only 3 colors. Number one, we're going to use our primary color. We're going to use our secondary color. And then we're going to use our accent color. All right, that's good. Okay, so I want us to zoom into Destiny so we can use it as an example of what these different colors are. If you look at his design, the primary color is always the color that you use 60% of the time. Which color has been used mostly? So obviously we can see it's this dark blue. Yeah, that has been used a lot in the design. Which color has been used like the second amount in terms of a lot? It would be the white on the text. And usually for the secondary color, this is not a graphic design class. For a graphic designer, we would explore so many different color combinations. I want to make your life easy. That's all I am after. So we're only going to use 3: primary, secondary, accent. So secondary most of the time will be white or black, or some, like if I'm using blue, let me show you a trick. Like for example, if this is my background, yeah, and then I want to come up with let me make it darker. Let me change. Yeah, if that's my background, yeah, what I'll do for my secondary color, which will be used for the text, a lot of the text, I'll bring this in here. And what I'll do, I'll make this, because already I can see this will be hard to read. There is a platform you can use to check how easy is your text to read on the background. Like if I use white, like some people ask Jasmine, how did you know you should not use black? How did you know you should use white? Well, one is experience, and two, we need to use colors that help people see and understand information very quickly. So there's a site which you can use to check the contrast level. We call that contrast between the background and the text. We call that difference as contrast. You need to know what's the contrast level. So you can use a site like Adobe Contrast or Coolers Contrast. I covered all of this in my other class, so come to me if you need access to the other classes. Yeah, but anyway, so this white text, instead of it being white, this is actually something I do. I'll put it the same color as the background, and then I will take this cursor and drag it all the way. You see, up here is pure white. This corner is pure white. This bottom and this bottom is pure black. So I'll bring it to the topmost corner, but then I'll try to add some red in it. I'll just take it slightly to the right. So it's not pure white, but it also has some pink in it, which is like a child of the base color. I don't know if I've helped people understand. Optionally, I could do, like, for example, if I used another color, like if I used that green, I'd tap on this text, and then I'd make sure it's the same color as the background, and then I drag this all the way to the light to white, but then I now push it a bit inside so that it has some of that green. Just light, not a lot, please. Don't go this way. Just light like that. And now it feels more cohesive like that. But sometimes you can use pure white. It's up to your judgment, yeah? So we've said we're making our lives easy. We're just using 3 colors. We're going to use the primary color, which will be the main color background. Secondary color will be your whites or your blacks or your primary color in a very light shade, yeah? Then we have the accent color. Your accent color should do well on top of your primary color. Like, should look so good on top of your primary color. So for here, we used this, what color is that? Is that, okay, it's blue. It's some shade of blue. Even me identifying colors is tricky. But anyway, this light blue on the dark blue looks very stunning together. They work really well. And the purpose of accent colors, please let me be clear, is to draw attention to important stuff. If something is important, you're not going to keep doing, like, if you have a very important dress in your closet, you only use it when you're going for weddings. You won't use it when you're washing dishes. You won't wear it. So if you're not wearing it to wash dishes, why are you using your accent color like for anything and everything you can imagine? Now someone will come and use this accent color for here. They'll use it for the years of experience. They'll use it on So many parts. Ask yourself, what's the single most important thing I want people's eyes to be drawn to? That's where you use your accent color. All right. So yeah, basically that's it. Yeah, as you see, I didn't use pure white for my secondary color. I used the blue, but very light. It almost looks like white. So that's the trick I was teaching. So yeah, colors done. Let's move on. I believe after colors we've done social proof. Yeah, we've covered that. Whew, thank God. All right. Now we're on inspiration and sketching. I do this. Please don't think I'm preaching something I do not do. I do every single one of these steps before I design a thing. So go on LinkedIn, find people who have 30,000 plus followers on LinkedIn or even 20K plus. Look at their banners. Most of the time, I'm not saying all the time, most of their banners will be really done well. I'm not saying those of us who are under that have bad banners, no, but I'm saying you are more likely guaranteed that they've done something sober on their page. Yeah. So go on their pages, see what is working. I want you to ask yourself these questions as you're looking at you're not going to, please, you're not going to replicate what they did. I have seen that happen on LinkedIn and it bothers me. What you're going to do is you're going to map out different layouts. For example, let's take Lara Costa's, for example, and we try to dissect it. So for Lara Costa, she has her picture here. Yeah, so that's Lara. She has her main message here. Then over here, she has a social proof. She has some social proof here. Okay. Testimonial is here. Then over here, down here at the bottom, she has her logos. Good. Then over here, she has CTA. It's so hard to draw on my PC. Don't mind. There. So that's the layout. We are looking at layout. We are looking at color combination. So she uses black and orange. And you see what we talked about using the accent color sparingly. She only used it for that bit. Look at Yasmin. He only used the gold in the part he wanted to really emphasize, and your business. Look at this one, building my through valuable. That's the part he has insisted on. Look at this one, generating leads, because they know that's important to their clients. Yeah. So think about that. When you're looking at these things for inspiration, you're looking at how have they gone about it. And if you're very extra creative, you can do something like this. But since I don't want to make your lives hard, let's leave that. But this is very easy to do. Just take a screenshot on LinkedIn of something someone has said, you bring it on your design, you add a shadow, done job. If you do it nicely, it looks marvelous. All right, so we have done both inspiration and sketching. There, we've done it. So now let's get into design. Let's actually get into the design bit. So, oh, thank God, I had put like 27 30 minutes for this bit. But before we get into it, this is what do we call this? This is a freebie I usually give. If you want this, come to me, it's free. It's basically a template you need to use when you're designing. You have to know that on mobile, on desktop, your profile picture will extend all the way here, up till here. Like this is how far it will go. However, on mobile, it will occupy more space. As I say, I don't know what the designers of LinkedIn were thinking, but we will take them as they did it. On mobile, it expands. So if you put any information in this zone, like you put a CTA here, guaranteed someone will not be able to read it on mobile. Okay. Or if you put your message over here and it's bleeding into this side, it will be chopped off. Like you will see the person's profile picture, you can't read the words. And no one, okay, your profile picture is great, but we care more about the message. Like we want to know what you're here to do. So please observe that bit and I'll show you as we design it. Then it has your message. Like this is just the basic. Like if you are so horrible at design and you're so horrible at creativity, come grab this so it can make your life easy. Just put your photo here, put your message here, put some social proof, put a CTA, business done. We move on with life. Yeah. And this, for example, in case you want to know how to use it, these lines are there to guide you, like to make sure do not go past this point. It's put there very strategically. Do not put text above this point. Do not put text beyond this point. Do not put text on this side or on that side. Yeah, we've gotten it, we move on. So you see, you can either put your picture in the middle or you can put it on the right side. This is my advice. If you have a lot of text, put it here. Have this kind of format, yeah, where your picture is in the middle, because you end up having more space here to write compared to this. I don't know, some weird math happens there, but I've noticed that's what happened. So if you have fewer text, you can opt for this kind of layout. All right, good. So I'm just going to pass through a few as I mentioned. I want you to look at certain things. Notice in mine, I just changed this yesterday, actually, my banner yesterday. It wasn't like this. My CTA is in one box. That's you can do it, you can arrange your work like this, or you can do like perfect where we've put 3 boxes and one line. Then, or you can do 2 lines, 3 boxes, or like this, 2 lines, 3 boxes. I'm just passing through them, you see, because I know you'll rewatch this. This can give you more ideas. Or one box where I have divided things into this like 3, or no 3, like you don't have to have those 3. Why it's not a must. It's just a matter of, I'm just passing through this so you can get ideas in terms of how you can arrange, because arrangement is a whole other gig. Like, just find ways to divide your content. Look at this, we did vertically, yeah. Or here where there was nothing of the sort, where we just place what she wants to be known for in 3 boxes, or like this, 2 boxes, you get. So finally, let's design. I hope things have been clarified. I always believe that explain the how so I can be able to replicate it later on. If I come just start designing, you won't be able to think through the process. I want you to be able to think through the process on your own without needing someone else to do it for you. All right, so we're creating for our lovely lady over here. She is a social media of sorts, and or rather, let's call her a social media virtual assistant. Can we? I hear it's a thing, so let's call her that. And her words, after she has done this whole exercise, she said, helping creators and coaches stay visible without the overwhelm. That's her simple message, yeah? And then on her headline, she's gone. So if I ask you, what 2 questions is she answering? She's answering the who, she's answering the what, which is staying visible, and then she's explaining the how without the overwhelm. Yeah. Or actually, you can also say stay visible without the overwhelm is more of the what, which is fine. But she has answered at least 2 questions. So on her headline should be like social media virtual assistant slash yada 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 slash, you get. Yeah. So she has provided me with social proof, social proof. Disclaimer: if you have social proof, please don't go put for me a whole paragraph of someone wrote the 1,000 letters, 1,000 words for you. Pick 2 lines maximum. Pick 1 line. We just want a teaser. You want your client to know you will not be the first person to have worked with me. Other people worked with me, so you can trust me. That's the whole point. It's not that, oh, you need to be able to read. If they want to read, let them go to your recommendation section or let them go to your website. Let them see it there. But here it's like garnishing. It's like garnishing your plate of food with that green thing people didn't want in that picture up there. So she's also given me her colors. She's a very pink person. I am using pink today because there are people who are scared of using pink. We're going to do pink today. Yeah. All right. And then since she's working for LinkedIn, this is it. Check out featured section to book one-on-one call. I forgot to add that, because you need to tell them what are they going to the featured section to do. Okay, you can also leave it check featured section, but not a very good CTA. Let's just put that there. So every time I'm designing, I put everything on one page. I don't want to be in the middle of design and then I say, oh, I didn't get the thing. It will cause friction. So put everything in one page and then start designing. Wow, I should have brought water. Anywho, God's grace shall satisfy me. Let's continue. Now, for this design particularly, just a second. For this design particularly, I want her at the center. So let's map out how I want her. I want her here. I want the title here. And then I want a big box which will like put the main message which I want people's attention to be on. Then I'll use some pictures for social proof over here. Okay. And then I want to use some testimonials over here, like two. I only have two, so I'm going to use some testimonials here. And then I'm going to put our CTA here. And I know I want this design color pink. Good. Let's move on. Now, before you start anything, you're going to do this. If you're on mobile phone, because I know many people do not have laptops, you're going to press R. If you're on a mobile phone, just look for rectangle from the elements tab. Search here, search rectangle, yeah? But if you're on PC, just type R. But on PC, you actually don't need to do this. But I'm showing this for those who do not have laptops. This is the trick you're going to use. You're going to take this rectangle, click on position. You'll scroll down. For phone, the things are at the bottom. So you're going to write width. Listen carefully, write 604 and press enter. And then you're going to take this there. And then you're going to go to file, settings. Make sure show rulers and guides is on. Sorry, that is, remember, this feature is not available on mobile. So let's leave that alone. Let's put it up to there. We're going to take an L, a line. We're going to put it this way. Make sure it's 90 degrees. And you're going to put it flush over there. Then you're going to lock it with the padlock. Have you seen me? Yeah, just click on the line, make sure this padlock is locked. Now, when you're designing this banner, please let nothing whatsoever, no text, nothing important dare go this way. The farthest it should go is there. Now, if you're on, and then there's also another one, hold on, let me check the other one. Let's go back to this. I forgot to check this. Image size files, settings. All right, so this is at, where? 131. I always forget that number. So let's go back into that. Now, you're going to take if you're on mobile, you're going to take your rectangle again, position, and height, write 131. So now you know that,
Jasmine,
Chibuza, I hope, yes?
please take a pause. Get water. They're not running anywhere. Please. We sustainability, please get water. You are dishing out a lot of value. Please go get water first. Take a
Okay.
pause. Let's please. Guys, are you getting value from this? If you are, I want to see your reactions. Let me know you are getting value so that we can allow her drink some water. This is
Okay.
not easy. It's a lot, and I want everyone to get a lot of value at the same time. Let's not drain our trainer. It's really important that we do that. So yeah, I'm seeing that. Yes, value. Please let us know. That's good. That's good. Okay, thank you. Now, please, as you're here, share it, let everyone know what is happening here. Please share it. Those of you who you are missing something, no problem. You can watch the replay. Take your time to watch the replay. But right now, just note some very key things, some important things that she has been listing, things that are really key. Note them down. You see, there are some numbers, there's some figures she has been mentioning. Please note them down. I know you can still rewatch it, but note those ones so that when you're rewatching, you know what you really need to capture. You understand? Then now start writing your questions down. Very important because she will soon be done in the next 20 minutes, I think. Yeah, she will be done. So start noting your questions down so that we can take some of them. We might not be able to take so much, so please you can start noting them down. Okay, thank you, Jasmine. You're back. Now you can continue. I am at peace now. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, please.
Thanks. Nice enough seeing your messages. All right. Okay. I think I'm feeling better. I was like, yeah, I was going fast. Anyway, there are two things we have said. We have to have a vertical, what I call a safe zone. Let me put this red so that you can get what I'm saying. Your text should not ever, important text should never be in this zone. This will prevent, like, even sometimes you check, what's it called? Good, uh, beautiful profiles on LinkedIn, but many of them have the same problem here. And unfortunately, I don't know, people don't talk about it much. I think they made it part of the whole LinkedIn look. So please, anyone who's been in this class, don't let your text go into this zone. Instead, you can use this space for your featured section, use this space for your main text. And the numbers were 131. Like, oh, if you're on what's it called? If you are on desktop, go to File, Settings, Show Rulers and Guides. You don't need to use a rectangle. Instead, you see this ruler that shows up here? Drag your mouse like this and then go all the way to 604 over there. And then drag your mouse like this and go to one. It's showing me its own things. Anyway, let's use the rectangle. You should make sure the rectangle is 131 in height. So if you're on PC, it should be, finally showing me 131 there. Let's see again. Yeah, 131. Drag it all the way to 131. And there you have your safe zone. That's the first bit. Then the second bit is color. Go on Pinterest, find beautiful color inspirations, find something that works for you. I will use this pink that she provided me with. I want to use that, yeah? Step 2, so we have our background color. There's something I taught about gradients, making gradients, beautiful gradients. Check my other class if you want to learn how to do that. I won't cover that here. So I will just use a solid color, pink, yeah? Then I want to make it look extra nice. But first, let me bring her into the picture. Control C, Control V, and let me position her like somewhere over there. That's fine. All right. Then I'll bring in the words. Like, I'm just bringing them in fast. Hey. There we go. I think I can remove this because I think I know that offhand. And I can remove this line. I don't need it. And put her here. And many times, let's try to keep, there's something I learned from someone on LinkedIn. Less is more. So don't be in a rush to write paragraphs of paragraphs. Whatever you've written, try to make sure what's the least amount of words I can use to communicate the exact same message. All right. Then I'll take this box, bring it over here because I want to put this box behind this, because that's for me the main message without the overwhelm. So again, ask yourself, what's the main message? What's the one thing you want people to look at and they'll be like, okay, she gets me. All right. So for fonts, again, I'll not cover fonts, but there's so many cool fonts out there. Check out my posts about what fonts say, or come to me if you can't find it. Tell me, Jasmine, I want to know what fonts say. I'll send you the link to that particular post. It will really open your eyes. But there's this font I really like. It's called Bricolag. You can try it. It's free. So if you're in Canva free, can use that. Oh, that reminded me of something. As I'm designing over here, let me give you another tip that I shared with my community. I can help because I don't think it's in the recorded classes. I addressed it in the community I have. If you're on Canva free, the dimensions for a LinkedIn banner, how can I forget to tell you this? Is this 1584 pixels by 396 pixels. All right. Now, if you have Canva Pro, when it comes to downloading your design, go on share, click on download, and then increase this from 1 to 3. If you don't, whatever you'll upload on LinkedIn will be blurry. So instead, it's usually at this, but now we want it at 3. But what if you don't have Canva Pro? This is what you'll do. You will do this. 1584 times 3. And then whatever answer you get will be your new width. And then you'll take 396 times 3. All right. You'll do those two. And then now those new dimensions is what you'll create a custom size so that by the time you're downloading it, it looks good. All right. So let me just change this into sizes. And if you don't know how to Jasmine, how do you know this should be this size, this should be this size? My people in my community are enjoying because they know I taught that. So come to me, get those extra recordings to help you understand that. So let me just put some sizes here. Like that. Then this one could be hold on. You've already seen how it will look. Okay, we're designing towards that. I didn't want you to I wanted you to get a surprise. I've ruined the surprise. So let's come back. All right, so this will be this. I'll just position it there nicely. I'll give it a bold because I want it to be seen. Then black on pink may not be very visible. So I can do it the way we said. I can give it the same pink and then do this. Yeah, that looks cute. And then I'm going to take this box and just increase it a bit over there, increase it a bit over here, and then this down, and then this can come somewhere there. Now notice it's starting from this edge. I'll put it center aligned. Here's where you do your alignment. Click on align, and then I'll make sure these two are positioned to the center of each other, which is the case. All right, so I'll bring that down. Yeah, I think that's fine. Then I'm going to bring in these guys. I'll show you how to do it if you've never tried doing it before. These are my clients, fake clients. So we'll take duplicate. Let me show you detach image. This is her picture. So what you do, you go to elements, look for frame, and pick the circle. Then you're going to give it a border. Click on stroke, this, and you can use whatever dimension you want. So I want it pink. Remember we said pink is our accent color. I'm going to put it over there. Like I want it small. Now I can see that border is just too thick. So I'll reduce it to maybe 2. There, good. Then I'll duplicate this and drag this lady inside. Yeah, I don't need to duplicate, sorry. So there it is. So I can double tap on her to position her properly. But for now, she's well positioned. Then I'll take her, I duplicate this, push it a bit to the side, and then do it for the rest. Yeah, that's basically how you do it. And then I'm going to put T for text trusted by. Now I'm going to make this bold. Sorry, I'm going to make this bold. Or maybe it doesn't have to be bold. You can just make it black. Yeah, I need it bold. And you can use different weights. I only use 1 font or 2 fonts maximum for every design. The more you use many fonts, the cheaper your work looks. So anytime you see yourself going for 5, 6 fonts, just know you've lost the boat. And then I'll say add more. There we go. And then I'll make sure they're all aligned well, because these little things are what make a design look look. It was designed by someone who understands what they're doing and someone who clearly does not. So I'll make sure they're all aligned. You see over here, I want them to be all aligned well. Honestly, this is the fun part. If you like design, if you hate design, this is the part that will cook you. So, but don't worry. If you follow the structure, like nowadays, it's become easier in the sense that there's a structure, there's a flow, there's a rhythm. Good. There. Hold on. For me, it's those little things that really matter, and I hope they will matter for you too. Yeah. All right, we have that. I feel like we can push this lady over here a bit more. There, because we have space. As long as we don't go beyond this margin, we are good to go. Yeah. Okay. Next things next. Let me see what else had I put. I want to put like a shadow behind this. So, but before I do that, let me bring in important things. I have a few minutes to go. Control C, Control V. We will add all those beautiful things last. So I'll put it over there. I usually tend to look for, I use this font quite a lot. So you see, we said we're only using one font. We're using Spricolag. Let me see how it will look with this. Yeah, that's fine. Then I'll make it, because it needs to be viewable on mobile. Please remember that you create 60% of your viewers are on mobile, so you need to design for them. Actually, I can even write it featured to book free one-on-one call there. And then what part do I want to be really emphasized? Book free one-on-one call. So I can make it even more bold, and if I want, I can change the color. Yeah, or I can leave it black, whatever I decide. Let's see how it will look if I do pink. May not be seen from afar. That contrast is not good. Sorry, so I'll use black. And then I can use this tiny circle to just kind of draw someone's attention there. Yeah, something like that. Then now let's create some nice stuff for her testimonials. I'm just going to press Control C. No, we need to use the darker pink, or I can use this pink and then with an outline of the dark pink. Good, that's perfect. Control V, and then I'll just put this over here. All right. And if you have a picture with a background, remove the background from Canva. Like just click BG Remover and to remove the background. If you don't have Canva Pro, use FreePic. FreePic removes your backgrounds and gives you a high quality download, unlike other platforms which give you a very blurry looking thing. So I'm gonna do 2 of them like that. And then I'll bring her in front. I want her to be in front of everything that way. Okay, then let's bring in the words. We're going to use which lady? This one. As I said, please don't give a whole poem over here. It's just a teaser. It's just the garnish. Imagine walking to a restaurant and they give you all those leaves on your plate. Like it's just a plate full of leaves. You know? You won't like it. Here you play around. Like here, I want your creativity, which doesn't exist, to show up over here. Even if you're not a designer, just try. Okay, make it look something convincing. Just 2 or 3 lines. Honestly, it just adds so much life to your design. Make the name of the person bold, and then the like what they do, you can put it in a light font like this. Yeah, I don't want to go into all of that, so I'm just going to do that. Push this up. It's just a really small thing. Then I bring this one in front. Can do something like that. I could even make it 3 lines. You see, like I'm just literally playing around. Now that we're cooking with salt. And then let's pick this lady, she's cute. I'm using Control C, Control V. Unfortunately, if you're on phone, that will not work, but you can use copy paste. My time is up. All right. There we go. Try to be consistent. Whatever size you use here, use it here. If the person has not given you permission to use their face or they don't provide you with a picture, you can use stars, like you can do, just search for 5-star rating. Look for graphics, then do this. You can change the color. I am using Canva Pro, so I have access to a lot of stuff that some people may not be able to have, which is fine. Can make the free one work. For so long, I used Canva free for so long, and I think that's what helped me grow, because it made me try to make do with what I have. So you could just come over here and just do something like this instead. Okay, or like this. See, like it still looks cute. So I'll put that over here. Now I'm gonna push this there. And I'll bring this over here. I'll make this not have too much space there. Let's do it this way so that everyone knows you don't need pictures all the time. There. Well, it's looking cute. Then for the icing on the cake, now you can bring in some extra things to zing it up. I'll bring shadows because I love playing with shadows. Shadows give things and some realism. Don't worry, we're almost over. We're almost done. Then we'll get to the nice part of answering questions. I hope you guys have several good questions that will be helpful to most people. I got Grace. So there, if you notice, I've taken the shadow behind her. So I'm going to reduce it. Please don't use very dark shadows. It's just subtle. And yes, I know I have put these words here where the danger zone is, which is fine. As I said, this is the garnish. No one needs to read it. You just want to show that you placed effort. As we said, someone is judging you in seconds. When they see you went to all these lengths, they'll be like, if she can go to lengths for her banner, she'll go to lengths for mine. I mean, for my work. They're not thinking about that, but it just subtly goes into their mind. Yeah, I'm putting also behind this. Yeah. And then I'm going to bring some grid lines. Let me look for grid lines. Grid lines. This looks good. Then I can change it to white, off pink. No, can't see it. Yes. Okay, then I'm going to duplicate. Don't worry, it may look a mess right now. Trust the process. And if you ever design something, it doesn't look nice on the first try. Do you know how long it takes me to make my designs? Someone thought it takes me an hour. That's on the day God has decided to send me angels. So on the other days when I've not been sent those angels or when they delayed, hey, I could be on this thing for 3 days, but I'm not using that to demoralize. I'm actually using that to inspire. If Jasmine takes this long, it's fine if I have taken 3 days. It's fine. Like, I'm not the weird one. Don't think of yourself in that way. It takes to get something looking really good, you really have to put in the work. So you see, I'm not going to leave it that way. That way will just confuse people. It's just something subtle. Like that. Something like that. And then I'm going to bring LinkedIn logo because she is a LinkedIn social media VA. I'm going copy, paste. And then I'm going to make it bigger and then rotate it, put it over here so it picks. Oh, hold on. Duplicate this, reduce its size, maybe do something like that. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Then I want to make it blurry so you don't see it. I'll go on blur and I'll increase maybe till there. Yeah, that's better. So it's not the first thing you're noticing. Go to edit, click blur, increase. There we go. And then that's it. Like we are done. But before I say we move on to the next stage, can also add a shadow on her, a drop shadow. I want the shadow to appear on the cards so that it looks like she's in front of the cards. So I'm going to change the angle. Don't worry, you'll watch the replay and then you'll see what I was doing here. This magic. Something like that. Good. So before we move on, I said we're going to do our profile picture. I really just want to touch on it very quickly. I will not take your time. Your profile picture has to be created on a square thing. So I don't want to open a new document, so I'm just going to use this. Make sure it's square. So it will be 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels or 500 pixels by 500 pixels. So I'm going to lock this in and then reduce. Just make sure it's a square. And if you are on free, Canva free, make no, what's this? What happened? And if you're on Canva free, make sure you multiply by 3 or just create 1,000 pixels. No. If you're on Canva free, use 3,000 by 3,000. There we go. So this is basically the square where your picture will appear on. Yeah, let me delete that. So for me, what I'm going to do, I want the background to be, it can either be the light pink or this dark pink. I can use any. And I'm just going to duplicate her. And then I'm going to go find that frame, that same frame we found last time, this one. And I'll make sure it touches the edges. Please, background pictures with backgrounds at the back, not on LinkedIn. Let effort be seen. So if I use, you can use your accent color, or you can use your primary color, or you can use a mix of them to both. Yeah, you can do whichever way you feel okay. So I'll drag her inside, and I want to just show her face. Like we want to show up till shoulder length, above shoulder length. Now this lady of ours, she has big hair. Okay, yeah, too much. And then I'm going to take this circle again and duplicate it so that you can see. Even a white one would look nice. Like, this picture will come over here. To appear here. On mobile, to appear something like this. Yeah? Okay. So, delete. Don't worry, I'm just showing you this part. It doesn't really matter. That's what you wanted. It's just a circle with a border, no fill. Yeah, your picture will appear something like this on LinkedIn. Okay. I think one day I should create a whole post that just goes deeper into creating your picture, your this. There's so many rules, like keep it clean. Make sure you've taken it in a bright place. You don't have to go for a photo shoot. Have your friend take your picture or use a tripod. Clean background. Use one of the colors you have on your brand, and you're good to go. Honestly, it just elevates everything, don't you think? So when you're downloading it, when you'll be uploading it, LinkedIn will crop out this square bit and just put the circle bit. All right. And with that, Chibuzo, I am done.
Oh, whew, that was. I am short of words. I don't know how any other person is feeling, but I am short of words. Um, there's a lot when you see someone who has attained mastery, or the person is on the ways close. You can see it that a lot of time has gone into developing this. Oh, Jasmine is just ridiculously good at this. You might not understand. I am in that space. So I know when someone is good at something, at this thing, at designing like this. So it's really amazing to see. Everyone saw how this banner came alive. You felt it. You felt the energy. If you didn't, if you watched again, you will see how it came alive from an empty canvas to this beautiful thing. Now you are going to come back, watch this video, replicate it for yourself. One of the things I want to do is, as you do this, compost it, tag Jasmine, tag me. We would loud it. We would loud it because, yeah, I want people to know that you did this for yourself, and it is because you made a decision, you seized an opportunity to be at this live. Oh, this is just wonderful. This is wonderful. I don't know if you guys are feeling this thing the way I am feeling it. This is wonderful. I love it. I love it. So please, we don't have much time. We've taken a lot of time, and it's for good reasons. I enjoyed every bit of it. I wish it doesn't end, but I know we have a lot of things to do. So let's just take your questions. Please start dropping your questions. Drop your questions now. If you have any questions, drop it. If there's something that was unclear, drop it. Let's see if we can address it. Oh wow. Someone is fast. Okay. Jasmine, can you see the question?
Yes. So, thank you, hey, that name, Ganyat. All right. Thanks, Jazzy, for the amazing session. My question is about the featured section. Do we just create a thumbnail with our offer or value message on it? And what is the size to use? This is what I can say. This is something that was shared actually in our community just seconds before I joined this class. That was a breakdown of different things, dimensions to use for your LinkedIn overall, whether it's for your banner, your thumbnails. So I think I'll share it also. We will write the dimension somewhere in the description. I don't know, Chibuzo, if we'll be able to do that. Like list down every single one of them. So it's easy for you to come back, pick that dimension. Okay. So we will do that. Yeah. Or you can also text me on LinkedIn. I will answer. I'll give you the exact measurement. Then
Okay.
as
Okay.
for your featured section, yeah. Create a thumbnail with our offer or value message on it. You can do both in this way. I have an offer. For example, if you notice my mine changed recently. Yesterday I changed it. It used to read say featured section to book one-on-one call. So that was one of the actions I wanted from my banner to the thumbnail. So that's one. It is still there, but it's no longer my primary one. My primary one now is see featured section on my banner. It says see featured section to watch how to learn how to create your banner. Because on my featured section, I have one product that I want people to buy and be able to do this for themselves. So I'm giving something that's an offer, but I'm also giving something that's valuable, that is showing my value and expertise. So those are two thumbnails. I recommend having three thumbnails. Please use your thumbnail, your featured section for conversion, not to showcase your best post, unless your best post is a conversion post. Yeah. Don't use them in that section. That section, use it for your portfolio, because on your portfolio, you can write words like, want to see how you can scale up with ease in just 30 days. View my portfolio to see how I've done it for other people. That can be the call to action. So always have a message and a call to action on every single thumbnail in your featured section. And I recommend three, a maximum of four. There are people who have 10. Please, let's reduce. Only the things that will be used to convert. Yeah, only use the important things for conversion. Okay. 3 to 4 max. Yeah.
Okay, I hope that if you have more questions, you can reach out to her on LinkedIn. So this is the next question.
What if you don't have testimonials? What will you put in that space? I believe I addressed that. Testimonials is not the only metrics. I mentioned this testimonials is not the only social proof. I can put metrics that I have helped other businesses achieve. I can put endorsements by other big brands. I can put brands I've worked with. Because I don't know, Rachel, what you do. Let's say you're a social media manager. Are there brands you've worked with? Use their logos. Okay. If you notice the designs I passed through, don't worry, you'll rewatch. Pause at those points where I'm passing through banners I have created. See what kind of metrics are they, what kind of social proof are they using. And if you have nothing whatsoever, if you're into social media management, go on LinkedIn, go on uh what's it called, Instagram, go on Google, search for people for companies that offer the same service as you. Go through their website. What are some of the metrics? Because they love doing that. They'll say, we can save you up to this amount. We can do this for you. Now, that will paint a picture in your head what your clients care about if they've not yet worked with you. So it can be more of, I promise that this is what I can deliver. I can save you 30 hours per week. I can do this for you per month. Let it be tangible, like numbers, use numbers. If you have nothing whatsoever. I hope that answers it.
Okay, 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 okay. Is there more questions? If you have more questions, ask. But I am so happy about that we've done this. This has been an amazing session. Jasmine, I can't thank you enough. It means a lot to it means a lot to me. It means a lot to my community and everyone who has joined this. There's going to be a lot of conversations in the community about this, and I I am glad a lot of them joined, and that's just beautiful. Some of them who couldn't join will get to rewatch this, and they would actually give their testimony. Please, if you know you don't have the time to do this, reach out to Jasmine. She does this for people, obviously for a fee. I am going to be reaching out to Jasmine. Jasmine, you and I will talk later. I think it's time we redo mine because from what I've seen here, I am inspired. Let's work on my own profile. I come on, it needs to be better. For what I do
For
on
sure.
LinkedIn, it needs to be better. So what I'm
Mhm,
seeing today,
mhm.
no, mine needs to be better. Okay, so this has been an amazing session. I am glad you all joined, and thank you for your time. It is a pleasure. Jasmine, thank you for giving us your time. It's been 2 hours plus since you joined about 30 minutes before. So thank you for your time, and
Yeah,
we hope to do much more. So, guys,
yeah, for sure.
enjoy the rest of your evening for those who are in evening, wherever you are. Thank you so much. We have come to
Thank
the
you
end.
too.
Okay. Someone has a question. Someone
Oh,
has a yes. Let's just take that.
okay. If I don't want to use my picture on the banner, will using other related images, even though subtly work, or leaving it
No,
blank would be better? I would not advise to use anything that does not uh, build on your personal brand. Let me show you something. I don't know if this is
please.
what you're referring to. Let's
A picture is the
pardon.
best. A picture is the
Having a
best.
picture, it definitely is the best. I know there are people who just don't like putting their pictures on the banner. If you don't put your picture on the banner, fine. But if you're telling me something related, like this is her picture still,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but it's
Mhm.
just that it has been whitewashed and it's related because she's into agriculture. If you tell me something like this, I will agree. I
Mhm.
would, okay, I'm not a fan. I personally am not a fan of like putting buildings, putting, you know, I think if you're telling me something related, tell me you're putting logos of apps you use that your clients care about. Like I can put maybe LinkedIn logo, I put a Facebook logo. Like there's someone who has done that on her banner and it looks very good. She doesn't have a picture, but she's put LinkedIn, just okay, not LinkedIn. Let's say you put LinkedIn, maybe you're a social media manager. You put LinkedIn, you put Facebook icon, you put TikTok. Those are things that are related to what you're doing. That I
Okay.
can understand.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if it's something like now you're putting buildings, there are people who do that. It's nice, yes, but I do not recommend. I do not recommend. That's a me thing. I do not recommend. Go for okay, it can be related, but please, extremely related. It has to be like this related. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So thank you. We've taken the last question and we've come to the end of this live. Okay, people.